desires that outwits the mother nature. I will cite you an example of Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill had a son who was deaf. He was born like that, deaf, couldn't hear anything. But since Napoleon had a vision with the son and he wanted him to be successful, he had a desire to ensure that the son will speak and hear one day. So he used to cite stories every evening, to like bed stories, you know, and the son is not listening. I mean, he's just looking, but he doesn't understand anything. He keeps on doing like that until the hearing ability started to peak. And it went on like that. So when he started schooling, people wanted him to take him to special school. But he said, no, I'm going to take my son to the normal school. And when he comes back home, I'm going to teach him whatever the teachers have shared with him. So he went like that until the son comprehend, and one day the son started to hear properly. So imagine that that is your son, and imagine where will you, or could you be able to have the desire of him hearing until he hears. Okay, so you need to ask yourself, do you have a definite purpose? Do you have a clear intention of what you want? And these desires could be anything, could be something you are doing to accomplish for success, could be within your family. What are you desiring? If it is your marriage, are you desiring your marriage, okay, to continue up to the end? Or if there's any challenges in between, you give up and say, I cannot bear this, or you can be able to persist until you see your desire has accomplished, you've reached where your intention was as the beginning. Okay, so desire gives you the ability and wants you to have the ability for you to persist, to continue with what you're doing until you see that thing has happened. So that is what we call burning desire. And that is something we need to practice. It's not something that is going to come automatic, but we need to keep on practicing, and we need to keep on questioning ourselves. Are we still on the right track? Okay? Or are we giving up? Because it's very important when you have the burning desire to always bounce back to the desire that you have. Okay? So I would wish all of us to have that desire, and you start thinking on how you can accomplish it and believe. Okay, so you find desire connects with faith. Okay, faith is the ability to believe on something you've never seen, and faith, we need to pray, and we need to also keep on cultivating the ability to have faith. It's not easy. Okay, and that's why it's important to have even a small faith that I'm going to make it through. Okay, if you look at various examples, there's an example, for example, of a sower. Okay, there was a sower who planted some seeds, and then some of the seeds were taken by the birds. Some they were thrown near the rock so they could germinate. Some they went to the fertile soil. So you find that some of the seeds went through and they became big trees and gave a lot of fruits. But there are some who were taken by the birds. But what if the sower could go and chase the birds? He would leave the field. And what if he leaves the field? He will get out of his desires and his mission and the vision. So it's very important to always connect and see, how is your faith on your desire? And how do you cultivate your faith to ensure that you continue with your desire until you see success? I've been in the business for quite a long time, and I've been doing a lot of various business in various sectors, and some of them failed completely until some people say, no, we don't trust you. You cannot make it, like that. People say, you hear those people here says, those are the birds. I don't chase the birds. When you have the desire, you don't chase the birds. You become focused, you follow one cause until success, until you see that thing has matured. Okay? It's upon you to reflect back. Did you have the desire, or did you copy from your friend that idea? If it was a burning desire, I'm telling you, you'll give it time. You'll sleep, you wake up in the morning, and you start all over again. all over again every day until you see success. So let's have a burning desire, and I want to leave you with some phrases and some questions that we all need to ponder and we need to answer them. The first question is, in your own life, what will you categorize as the wishes as opposed to burning desires? Okay, wishes won't reach anywhere. So in your own life, what is the difference between wishes and your desires? Number 2, are you willing to pay the price that Edwin Berner was the associate of Thomas Edison? Okay, imagine when Thomas was doing his own invention of the bulb, somebody said, no, I'm giving up everything. I'm going to follow you until I see success too, because I trust your vision. So as you're building up your desire, you're on the road to your success. Some people will follow you blindly because they will see that commitment you have and they will believe that one day you'll be successful. So once you get such kind of people, also notice them and embrace them and see how you can work along and profit all together. So the question is, are you willing to pay the price that, if you don't want to be the one who desires, who has the vision, if you want to be the associate or affiliate to support the desire of somebody else, are you willing to pay the price to follow what they tell you? Or you'll be uncoachable, teachable, always blaming all the time, that you stay only for 1 year, you don't see results, you quit. Later, do you know that after 1 year, that person will achieve what they want and maybe you could all be successful? So you need to ask yourself, are you willing to pay the price in order to make your wishes now a reality? Because when you are following somebody's desire, it means that you are the affiliate, you have just the wishes. Okay, that's the difference. Okay, but the one who is originating the idea is the one with the desire. Okay, so that's the difference. So the third question which I want you to ask yourself is, what is the starting point for all achievements? How can you take your first step? Not tomorrow, but today. Because decision decides wealth. If you cannot take step today, tomorrow might not come. Or you might forget even the idea. So taking a step will give you a commitment. So what is the starting point for your achievement? Where are you going to start? So reflect on that. But the first question is, understanding there is so much, understanding there's no such thing as something coming from nothing. What will you be willing to sacrifice for your success? What are you willing to sacrifice for your success? Some people, they sacrifice time. They said, okay, I'll give it all until I see my success. Some people, they sacrifice food, sleep. It depends. So some people, they sacrifice finance. So it depends how big is your desire. Okay, so what are you ready to sacrifice? The fifth question is, if you know what you desire, do you have the belief in yourself to get the results you crave? My dear, believe. Hey, believe. Once you create your desire, believe in your desire. Believe in your abilities, because the devil is not coming as, somebody with the horns, trying to make noise like that. No. The devil will speak in your mind to tell you that you cannot make it. You cannot reach that far. You cannot do it. And it can even tell you don't have money, how can you accomplish? You don't have capital, how can you do it? It's not about capital. When you have the desire, the capital will come by itself. Because the actions that you do, people will be inspired. And one day, you don't know who will come and put something for you to move on. Okay, so it's very important to understand that the desire is the starting point. So bring back your desires. So let's bring back your desires and let's make sure that we cultivate them, we put plans on them, and we execute them immediately without wasting time or waiting for no one. because no one can dream or can have more desire than ourselves. Okay, let me leave you with the quote of Napoleon Hill, which says, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve with positive mental attitude." Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve with a positive mental attitude. The mind has got power, has got ability, is open vessel that wants people to bring in. So if you don't feed your desire, you'll feed the wishes, or you'll feed other things, which the mind will start pushing you to do. And at the end of the day, it won't be useful, and the years will go, and until one day when you get old and you start saying, if I were you, I would be doing this or that. Or if I could, if I'm more younger than you. By the way, desires is not connected to age. You can start your desire at the age of 10, at the age of 20, at the age of 40, at the age of 60, at the age of 70. As long as you're breathing, you can desire. So let's continue having this desire, and that's the one important thing that we need to have for us to start and to go to the road of success. Thank you.